All right, good morning, folks. We are about to do our oxalic acid vapor treatment today, right before winter, so we can get these guys a good chance going into winter. Got my friend Mark, another local beekeeper, lives about a mile away. We met through the Mass Bee Field Day in 2024, and we've become friends, and he's been helping out, sort of mentoring me, even though he's only in year 2 and I'm in year 1, but he's learned a lot. You want to say something?
Sure. So I've been studying bees for the last 4.5 years, and last year I decided to pull the trigger and actually get a hive, and worked out well. It's survived over winter. The queen had died, but there were enough bees to unite it with a different colony. Then I went this year from my plan of 3 hives, colonies up to 15 when my mentor came over. And now I've knocked them back to 10 so they're strong enough for the winter. So the key part of what we're doing is making sure we're treating for Varroa mites before the bees get locked down for winter. And what we're going to use today is oxalic acid, but we're going to use the vaporization. There's several different methods. For me, the vaporization is preferred. This is a vaporizer. You load it with oxalic acid crystals. You put the battery on, and the unit heats up to 230 degrees Celsius, and that causes the crystals inside to vaporize. They go in, and they cover the bees and the frames and the mites, and they kill off the mites that are not capped. So that's kind of the preferred method for this time of year because most of the cap brood has emerged. So we're hitting all the mites now that are in the colony that we do not want to survive through the winter. You should always use different methods. We also use Formic Pro in the spring, just to mix it up. I prefer, myself, the organic acids versus the synthetic miticides. I just think they're better for the bees at the end of the day, but it's all personal preference. The key is to mix things up on how you do so that the mites can adapt. Key things here is you should always wear gloves. This is an acid. This will burn, even though it's found in plants like rhubarb, but in very small quantities versus what we're going to use. Respirators required at a minimum. You don't want to breathe this in. And of course, oxalic acid crystals and the vaporizer I was showing before. So, Kendall.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to get suited up. Mark's going to get suited up. We're going to get ready to get our bees sort of locked in so we can give them this. And we'll be back in a minute. All right, so first steps is we got to make sure we can close everything off. And that is so that the acid will stay inside. Oh, wonderful. This is not good. That's going to be a problem.
Well, what I'd suggest is the regulation says 2 grams of oxalic acid or 4 for a double deep.
Yeah.
I'm almost wondering we should just use 4 and plan on filling this with oxalic acid. Or do you want to knock them all out of there?
Well, the problem is, how do we get them all out?
Well, you have to shake the board off, but then they're going to be in the air for a while.
Yeah, I know. They're going to be a little pissed, yes. I wonder if I could sweep them in the hole.
Well, what if you take the smoker? You think you could drive them in there?
I don't know. Maybe.
Might be worth a shot.
Might be.
At least they wouldn't be flying at that point. I mean, you're always going to get some stragglers.
Yeah, true. Yeah, let me go see. Let's put this back on for now. So, I'm going to have to do the same thing to this one. We made a mistake with, I did, not Mark, but we are guys from flying, hopefully. All right, go down inside, ladies. Come on. Come on, down in. Don't fly, go down inside. Okay.
It's up to you, but instead of taping it, you might just put a brick over the hole. I think it's going to cover it better.
Okay.
Unless you want to try
Yeah.
taping it and keeping them down.
Well, that's fine. That'll work.
And we're going to need... You could tape this one up, I guess.
Well, this one's got
This
right
is going to
here.
go pretty quick. We only need to leave the device in there for probably 3 or 4 minutes.
Okay.
Then we can move to the next hive.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, that's an easy one.
Yeah. Okay. But they're up top as well, I'm sure. Inside, ladies. Come on. Come on. Down in. All right, that one we can do now because it's that one. Give it a minute and they'll be flying a little less, but
Okay, you want to knock this one down next?
yeah, I don't want to waste your stuff.
Oh no, don't worry about it. I got an extra battery.
Okay.
I think you'd just be surprised how quick it goes. That's why I'm suggesting you just get all 3 of them ready.
Yeah, true. Oh well. They come out the top for some reason.
You want to change your camera angle?
Oh yeah, just rotate it. Down inside, ladies. That way, not that way. Come on, down inside. They just ain't learning. Oh well. All right.
It'll be fine. Once you put the top cover on there,
Yeah,
they'll figure it out.
hopefully.
They'll probably all scramble to the top anyway as soon as
Yeah, they will.
as soon as the
That's true.
Oxalic acid comes in.
They will. We're going to start with number 1. I got to get my respirator on now that I can not have to worry about the bees not being in the hive. And then we're ready to go.
And if I sound like Darth Vader, that's why. So,
I don't know how the audio is going to work.
I have no earthly idea either. They'll be able to hear a little bit, but not a huge amount. But now we get to hear Darth Vader. All right, so we're going to load up crystals. So Mark's explaining.
Yep. So we have the vaporizer on. It's at 230 degrees C.
Okay.
So the heat's ready to go. So I actually am lazy. I actually have 2 plungers.
Okay.
So while I'm shooting one, I could load the other, and
Gotcha.
then I can go that much faster.
Okay.
So on the plunger, it's marked 1 through 4. Each
Yep.
one means it's a gram
Okay.
setting. So the recommended and approved value is 2 grams per deep.
Okay.
So
And we've got 1 deep on each of ours this year. So we will go with 2 grams.
right. Now, I don't know if it's me or not, but after every treatment and I come back to use them again, you always want to check and make sure that it's set properly.
Okay.
For some reason, I come back, it's on a 4 or a 1.
Oops.
Yeah, so I always double check. There's a hash mark here, you line up with the 2,
Okay.
and there's a plunger here.
Yeah.
So you take the oxalic acid, put it in the cup.
Yep.
I found add a couple of drops of water to it.
Okay.
Kind of makes it pack
Plump.
better in the plunger.
Okay.
So then you put it in the oxalic acid. This is one reason why you wear gloves.
Yeah.
Now you'll see it's kind of dry. If it doesn't pack properly, I might add some water, but that's not bad.
Okay.
That's all packed with crystals now. So then what happens for the folks at home is you'll load the device. You'll watch us do it in a minute.
Yep.
Stick it in the front of the hive and hit the plunger.
Okay.
And that's the release of the oxalic acid vapor. And that will fill the hive cavity inside, cover the bees, the frames, and the mites.
Okay.
And me in this case.
And you in the same process.
Right. So this is why I have 2 plungers. While that one's burning off, I will fill this next plunger. The cycle time on this device is actually pretty good. It goes from 230 down to about 194.
Okay.
And then right now it's all the way back to 216.
Oh yeah,
It's
it's coming
almost
back
ready to
up.
fire.
Coming back up pretty quick. Yeah.
Yep. This isn't a paid promotion, by the way.
Yeah, I'm sure. All right, so we're going to come up and we're going to do it on this first hive.
Yep.
We have.
So we're waiting for the number to come up to 230.
Yeah.
We're going to load it
Yeah.
very carefully so it doesn't go off. I'm short
Yep.
and old. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take and stick this nozzle end into the opening.
Okay.
Cover it with a rag to keep the...
Yeah. Ah, shit.
Okay, that's all right.
All right.
Going to cover it with a rag,
Yeah.
hit the plunger.
All right.
We're going to start the stopwatch, and what I do is I watch the temperature go down. That says the vapor's being pushed into the hive.
Okay.
Now, what we really want to see is we want to see some of the vapor escaping.
Okay.
At least that's my experience.
Yeah, there's some coming out the back.
Yep. So
we know it's gotten to the top at this point.
So the temperature is now starting to come back. When we get up to 230 for about 10 or 15 seconds, we can pull that out and load it up for the next hive. We want to keep the rag on there because we want to keep that in there for at least 10 minutes. I usually go for 15.
Okay.
And again, that's why I have 2 plungers, because 15 minutes here lets me go do another hive and move on.
Right.
Right now it's at 224, it's almost at 230.
So as soon as it hits 230, we're going to pull it, leave the rag in place, and go on to the next one.
Right.
Okay. Oh shit.
Okay,
Oops.
so we're at 230 now. So in my mind, I'm counting to 15, just to give it 15 seconds at that. Let it go up a little bit, and just make sure everything's out of that plunger.
Yeah. All right, so we've gone over 230. So we're going to pull this, leave the thing in place as best as we can.
Yeah. I run bigger landing boards, so. Okay, now we'll take it back and reload it.
Yep, now we're going to reload and do it all over again.
There's one. We'll do the other one while we're here. Everybody knows how this process works.
Timber.
Timber.
All right. So now we're going to number 2 hive. Same process.
All right, you want to try this one?
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
So what we do is we put the plunger in very gingerly because it will fall out and start going right away. I give it a little twist to get it past the seal.
Gotcha.
And now what you're going to do is stick it in the front entrance here and then cover it as best you can with the rag.
Okay. All right, so it's at 230. So in here.
Yeah, it's probably going to lift the
I know.
entrance reducer. That's fine.
Yeah. Well, I'm not got anything on this side. Trying to get it down behind it. That's what I'm trying to do. There we go. That's better. All right. So push that in. All right, here we go. All right, we're going down 215.
So this is perfect. You can see a little bit escaping from the front.
Yep.
And that's why Kendall and I are wearing masks. So we don't want to be breathing that in.
All right, so we're going down. Now we're going back up. Yeah, that top entrance didn't get closed off. Screwed up. So, made a mistake with the first number 1 hive. Got to close the top entrance, so bees are coming out the top. All right. So we're back at 230. 1, 232. You said leave it for what, 10 seconds or so?
10 or 15, yeah. Just count it out in your head. I tend to be impatient and pull it out too early, and the gas is still coming out. So.
All right.
And we want to put the rag back. Try and keep the. I got it. You got the smoke.
Yeah.
Just try and keep the vapor in there because it will condense pretty quickly on everything.
Oh, okay.
Pull this guy out.
All right.
But keep in mind that metal end in these plungers are 230 degrees.
Yeah, I know.
So don't be touching them.
Yep, I gotcha. Yeah, so as Mark pointed out, the end of this thing is 230 degrees, so you don't really want to be touching it. All right, last hive. Now our problem is we don't have another cloth.
Oh, I should have had you bring 3 rags.
Yeah, I know.
If it was warmer, I'd take my shirt off and just drape it over, but
No, not worth it. Let's
well,
see.
we got by the clock, we got 4 minutes, 5 minutes
Okay.
to wait on this one, then we can pull that shirt off.
True.
And then we'll rotate it over this one.
Okay.
So, like I said, I brought an extra battery, so if that one dies, we could switch it out.
Yeah. All right. So we will be right back whenever 4 minutes is up. All right. So we're going to move the hive, get them back in the hive with a little smoke. Hopefully.
You're there, they'll be in my face.
Well, that too. All right, ladies, go on in. There you go. There you go.
All right, so now you're up. Yep, slide the plunger in carefully.
All right, so we're still at 230, so we're good for that. So we're going to insert the plunger carefully.
Just tip it to the side a little bit so it's not up and down. There you go.
And we're going to
Now carefully rotate it.
twist it in. And then we're,
Get the smoke out of your face.
yeah, put it right across there. There we go. All right, it is in, kind of down tight, sort of, and
Okay.
plunge. And we have smoke. Vapor. All right, you're down to 211 and coming back up. So, uh-oh. Hopefully it makes it.
Yep.
It had like an FE or something on it.
You had what?
An error message.
Oh. Might be complaining the battery's low.
That's what I'm thinking it was.
Well, it was at 230, right?
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah, well, it got to 230.
I mean, if it dies before it comes up, it's fine.
Yeah,
We just want to make sure that it went all the way down the bottom.
yeah. All right.
All right, so now you can start thinking about 10 or 15 seconds. Actually, make it easier. I'll take it from you, that way you can cover up the entrance. Since you're down there anyway.
All right, here you go. All right, we are done with that one. So now we wait 10 minutes with it covered, and then we're officially done. And we'll keep the mask on until we have pulled the covers off. This one should be done, right?
Another minute.
Okay. So now it's just a matter of waiting. Pull the cover off on that one and they're done. And then this one, we wait another 8 minutes or so. We pull that off and then that's finished. So.
That's pretty much the whole process. We've got all 3 hives treated with oxalic. Let's try that again. We've got all 3 hives treated with oxalic acid going into winter, so that will help them with their mite load coming up in the spring when they start laying brood again. Hopefully we've eradicated a lot of it so that it won't be a heavy mite load when they start to build. because basically the mites end up reproducing under the cappings once they're inside with the brood. So hopefully we've killed off most of them on the current bee population, and that should take care of getting them treated until next spring, when we'll end up using Formic Pro during the spring season and get them treated again, which does treat under the cappings. So that's why we're treating now, because pretty much there is no brood in the nests, in the hives, because it's winter and all the sort of winter bees have come out already. So with that said, we're all done. We'll see you again on the next one. Thanks for joining us on Bees in Framingham.